Time. And on this one, this is where I call it, and still a supporter. We got a caller already. Wow. Hold on one second. Welcome to the show. Thank you for calling Troy's World. What is on your mind?
Hi.
I am live in living color. 500
oh,
people
Lord,
watching.
Okay. Oh Lord, okay. Well, no, I did mean to call in. Actually, I want to talk to you about what's going on tonight. Let me make sure you can hear me, right?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, cool. All right, so this is this is Alan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, I appreciate you premiering my channel a few days ago. And, I got a lot of people from your world that subscribe, and so I really appreciate it.
From our world, Alan, from our world. Go ahead.
Right, from our world, Troy's world, of course. I really, really appreciate it. So, and, I've been dropping videos already and having a lot of fun. So, yeah. So, but Dominique, I got to call in because this video is just really, I got so much to say about it. But to touch on what you're talking about tonight, I don't think, Dominique's not stupid. Dominique is very smart, Troy. So while I hear you telling Dominique that he's delusional, Dominique is not delusional at all. And I think Dominique was very intentional with agreeing to do an interview at this time because he knows that he has a channel now. And hey, yeah, I'll interview with you, Marcus. Dominique knew Marcus was going to be an a-hole and ask her inappropriate questions. And Dominique knew that this was his time to read Marcus for filth. And that's exactly what Dominique did. That's why, and that's another reason why Dominique agreed to do it at her home. Because he said, Dominique smiles like, let's go ahead and do this interview finally. Come to my house. Yeah, come on over. Let's do this interview. And Dominique knew once he got there, he was going to ask a stupid ass question.
Okay. So
which he did.
This was a strategy on Dominique's part.
Absolutely. Because now one thing I've learned about Dominique in a short amount of time, because I really have not been that familiar with Dominique until recently. But one thing I've realized really quickly about Dominique is nobody's fool. So again, he knew exactly what he was doing when he invited Marcus over and agreed to this interview. Because again, of course, Dominique knows Marcus's style. That's why I think about it. Dominique has not interviewed with Marcus all this time for a reason. Because Dominique knows he asks dumbass questions. Okay. So Dominique is like, it's a reason why Dominique really hasn't fooled with him all this time. So it was very strategic for Dominique at this time. Yeah, come on over. Let's talk. Let's have this interview, because Dominique has been clearly brewing on a lot of things for a while concerning Marcus, as we saw yesterday. And like I said, Dominique's not delusional. She knew exactly. I'm sorry, I keep calling Dominique she, but you guys know what I mean. He knew exactly. So I just had to say that, Troy. I am going to have to do, I agree with you more, how it goes with us. 99% of the time I agree with you. But tonight, Dominique ain't delusional. Dominique knew exactly how this was going to go down. And with Dominique having his channel now, it worked for his benefit. And it worked for Marcus's benefit as well. But you got to look at even afterwards when Dominique went live. And this brings a lot of traction to Dominique's channel at this point. And to be honest, I salute Dominique because she called him out. you know, because most of these people that Marcus interviewed, they don't call him out, you know, and to the LGBTQ community, in particular, now that he's, you know, he interviews a lot more, especially with Cash and whatnot. And, you know, Cash, I mean, I hate to say it, but Cash is not that intelligent. And Marcus has said things to Cash that could be offensive to that community. And Cash is just always sort of like, well, yeah, you right, you know, yeah. Because, you know, he'll ask you, you know, well, don't you find it weird, certain things, you know, about when Cash, you know, with Cash, about her being trans. And Cash is just always, he just kind of, or she just kind of goes along with whatever Marcus says when he's kind of being insulting. You know, and so when he tried to do the same thing to Dominique, and that's the other thing, his approach, you know, it's almost like, well, aren't you embarrassed? You know, you look like a Falcons player, blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, you know, Troy, I'm trying to hold my tongue, but that nigga deserves to get cussed out. Like, who are you talking to? You know, so yeah, I don't blame Dominique for going in on him like that. And yeah, let me turn the camera on you. Let me interview you. So like I say, Dominique had that planned out.
Fair enough. I love the debate. I love the discussion. I always do. Look, so what Go Get Him is saying, if that's the case, then Dominique was fake mad and Timu acting like feisty then.
Oh, no. That's not fake mad. No, it ain't. It's not a feisty scenario. Now let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because again, you know, feisty is feisty. That is no rhyme or reason. Dominique, this was calculated. Dominique had some time to think about this. You know, over time, the you know, like I say, always the comparison of Dominique and Cash, and now this idea of Dominique being, I guess, this content house manager. There's been a lot of time for Dominique to think over some things. And this was Dominique's time to really show Marcus, okay, look, you know, okay, if we're going to work together, we can work together. But at the same time, let's hash some things out here. And let me let you know what I'm about and where I stand. You know, and I think that's more what it's about. And I don't think necessarily this doesn't mean they're not going to work together anymore. If anything, it could build a certain rapport and respect, because sometimes that's what you have to do to people like Marcus, who thinks they're smart. And like I say, he's dealing with somebody that, for the first time, honestly, that is smarter than him. You know, I think Dominique just kind of had to let him know, you know, just like Dominique said, you got to approach me with respect. I'm not these other people you interview, you know, and that's why I said, again, and I addressed this in my video today, I applaud her for that, because you have to teach people how to treat you. Yeah, you're not going to talk to me like how you talk to Feisty or Cash or Polo. I mean, because let's be real here, they're a little slow. So I agree with her. It's like, yeah, no, you ain't going to come at me like that. You got to approach me in a different way. And I mean, it's true. It's very true. So yeah. So she's Dominique's not delusional. You know, Dominique is just laying the groundwork to let him know, like, hey, if we are going to work together, you got to come at me the right way.
But you know, wait. Once again, Dominique. Okay, if that's the case, I'm saying Dominique is delusional if he thinks that Dominique can work with Marcus. That's delusional.
So you said Dominique is delusional for thinking that he can work with Marcus? Is that what you're saying?
In the long run, because you're saying, okay, about the content house and
yeah.
I mean, but anyway.
No, I see what your point is, but I think again, Dominique is just smart. And I think it's like, okay, yeah, but if we are going to work together, hey, look, you're going to respect me. You know, so again, I just feel like Dominique, when he invited Marcus to his house and all of that, in Dominique's mind, first of all, again, he knew he was going to read Marcus for filth, because a lot of that stuff you could tell was pent up, and Dominique was ready. And Dominique knew the first stupid question Marcus asked her, he had it ready. He had that gun loaded and ready for Marcus. I mean, look, Dominique had the boxing gloves already there. That's what I said. Dominique already had planned this whole thing out. Dominique was ready for Marcus.
All right.
Yeah.
Alan. Well, save some of it for your show when you record it. Hey, when you going live? We love your videos, brother. We ready for you to go to live. The people are asking, when's Alan gonna go live?
Oh, really?
When's Alan gonna walk up on CJ and say, CJ, what you doing in California, boy, panhandling on the street?
Oh Lord! Look, he right. He's been right in my area too. Is the crazy part. Like a lot of people see my videos. I've been walking right around where he's at, but I've never seen him thus far. But all that to say, you never know. I will be going live soon. Of course, y'all know I'm just getting my videos out there. So maybe within the next week or so, maybe I'll do a live and kind of,
Man, you better stay away from CJ.
Right. Look, you already know.
You better stay away from CJ. Hey, but
look, he done posted videos of beating people up on the train in Atlanta and knocking some other guy downtown. I'm like, look, he can try with me if he wants to.
But,
look, I'm from I live in LA now, but this is not where I'm originally from. So
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, look, we both from Detroit. That's the other thing people probably don't know. We both from Detroit, Troy and I. So, when you from Detroit, I'll just leave it at that.
So before you go, I put up the poll. I said, do you agree with ? Dom was delusional, Troy, or Dom was strategic, Alan. So at this point, you are beating me 63. Well, the majority of people are agreeing with you 63% to 38%. Now I did forget to say both. But option C.
Right.
Someone's saying option B. All right. Hey, I appreciate you calling, Alan. You have a good one, all right?
All right, Troy. I'll talk to you.
Okay, bye-bye. All right. That's my super duper producer. Left me to start his own channel. Anyway, I wish him the best. Hey, let's go up the line. Oh, I got a couple calls. All right. What time is it? 8 o'clock, 6 p.m.